Take away all the glitz and the glamour that you see in my life as the king of corporate. Take away the tie, take away the jacket, put me in a white t-shirt. This is what you have 3 weeks after the zero guard buzz cut. The equivalent of somewhere along the lines of a number 3 guard, maybe a little bit past that, maybe 3.5 guard. Underneath the roof without the sunlight. What do we see? Especially what do we see when I stand at a normal distance away? We can actually see, we can see my scalp, yes. We all recognize that there's some thinning going on up here compared to here. But we also see, perhaps, maybe it's not as thin or as bad as I think it is when I'm filming outside. I know I keep reinforcing that concept, but I think it's important because the phase I'm at right now on this channel, comparatively speaking from other seasons I've been in, this is all about what it's like growing your hair out from a buzz cut, that awkward couple of months. And so right now, this is the longest that you've seen it since 3 months ago when I first did the zero guard buzz cut. This is the longest anyone has seen it. We can see the color definitely coming back in, but it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle for a little bit because there's gonna be that appearance of thinning up here, and I'm gonna need probably at least a ½ inch before we can start seeing more of a concept of a fuller color in there. And still, we're gonna be seeing skin pop through there. We're gonna see that. So this is starting to fill in though, and it's funny because it's not as bad yet as I'm grasping for, expecting it to be. So I'm wondering at what point it's gonna be its worst. I think that's really a good question to ask. And you can be watching along. At what point is it going to be its worst? And perhaps it's gonna be its worst right before it's time for me to get my first haircut, which I plan to do in about 2 weeks. But even then, I don't know that I want to go as short as a 0. I think I'd actually prefer to go with a number 2 on the sides and the back, and then whatever I've got on here to serve as a contrast. So here we go, indoors. Here's a look at the equivalent of something like a number 3 guard with what's going on around a Norwood 2.5 with some thinning going on up here, indoors. So again, what I'm wondering in this moment is, when's it going to be its worst? What if in theory this was as bad as it was going to get? Maybe as it gets longer, it starts filling in the illusion of it being as thin as it looks right now. Or in the process, am I trading how thick it's going to look out here and going straight out? Only time will tell.